away from kickoff. The referees converging there around midfield. We're going to have, it looks like 5 referees here. I see a 5th one walking towards the other 4. So, yeah, it should be a fun night here. Crowd still coming on in. We're going to have a decent crowd here tonight. Everybody excited for some alumni football. Not sure if, you know, when the season started or if this might be the first game of the season for this particular league. This is fairly new to me. Being from Louisiana, we don't have alumni football leagues there, so this is certainly unusual for me, but at the same time it's very fascinating. So I'm looking forward to seeing the quality of football we have here tonight. Everybody's in full-fledged pads, helmets, everything. We're going to have some full-contact football. I played football 10 years ago in high school, and I know if I tried to get out there right now, especially in the middle of this August heat, I wouldn't fare so well. So kudos to all these alumni for at least staying in somewhat playing shape to be able to come out here and play a football game. A lot of young guys on these rosters. I see a lot of 2000s, 2011, 14, 17. But then, of course, as I said, anywhere from 1987, the oldest player in this game is from Lumberton, Rodney Conway. He'll wear number 7 tonight. Graduated in 1987. And just to give you a little perspective on that, I wasn't even born yet. I was still 4 years away from being born when Mr. Rodney Conway graduated from high school. On the Warren side, the oldest player is actually going to be their quarterback, Joe Vaglica. I think I said that right. I might just call him Joe just to make sure here it's a lot simpler. He graduated in 1993, and I was only 2 years old when he graduated from high school. As a few of the captains from Warren, they are meeting right now at midfield. We're still waiting for Lumberton to come on out of their inflatable run out there, which features, of course, the Raider on top of the horse. Crowd still filing in here to, I guess you call this Raider Stadium. Got the beautiful turf on there. Great night for some football. Just a little humid out there. That's about it. So, but we're still waiting for Lumberton to come on out of their inflatable run out here. They're moving it around a little bit. They're getting fired up over there. So there's a few more players, according to these rosters, a handful more players on the Lumberton side than the Warren side. And in a situation where you play in a very humid environment, depth could be very crucial. So the more players you have, the more you can rotate them in and out, and the more fresh they'll be. As Lumberton now, they're running out of their inflatable, coming to the near sideline. Warrenton will be on the far sideline over there. As they're still got a few players out there warming up. Lumberton takes the near sideline there. They're wearing their powder blues, gray pants, gray helmet, and they have red numbers trimmed in white. And then Warrenton, they're all black, and they got the orange numbers and the white trimmings on the numbers, and then the orange socks. So I personally wouldn't wear all black in the middle of August, but, hey, maybe they know something that I don't. As we approach 5 minutes left to kick off, the captains now for Lumberton are going to head out there to midfield, but then the captains for Warren now have gone back to the sidelines. Captains for Lumberton, let's see, they're going to be number 68. That'll be John Vasilakis. Number 7, Rodney Conway, the oldest player on the field tonight. Number 75, Lee Osment. He's also a graduate from 1993. And then I'm trying to see that third guy there. He's turned a little bit to his left, so I can only see his first number is 2. That might be number 24, Jason Williamson, class of 2007. Here come the captains now for the Warren Warriors. Number 3, Dresden Chapman, class of 2012. Number 9, Josh Bordelon, class of 2003. Number 48, Tyler Spell, class of 2011. And it looks like number 7 there for Warren, but I don't see a number 7 here on this roster. So I guess number 7 may have to go nameless this evening, unless that's a number I can't quite tell, but it looks like number 7 from here. There's also some players and referees sort of in his way, so it may not be number 7. Beautiful view out here at Lumberton High School. You have the water tower off in the distance there. The sun's going down behind us. Like I said, great night for some football as football season's getting ready to approach. I know a lot of fans, including myself, very hungry for some live football action, and that's exactly what we're going to get tonight here in Lumberton. This is a broadcast of the SHN Sports Network. We got the crew out here tonight in Lumberton, ready for some football action. 3.5 minutes remaining here before kickoff. Go down some of the older players here on this list. Of course, Rodney Conway, the oldest guy out there on the field tonight, class of 1987. You have Randy Chiser, class of 1997, number 64 for Lumberton. You have Wayne Walters, class of 1999. Lee Osmond, class of 93. He was one of the captains. They just had the coin toss. Not exactly sure who won it. We never actually know who wins the coin toss because they don't actually say it. Of course, we can't hear them. But it looks like Warren will be going from north to south. That's what the referees are signaling here. As we're just about set to get things kicked off here. Joe Vaglica, the quarterback, he's out there still throwing some balls around. And for a man who graduated in 1987, he's got an arm out there. So looking forward to seeing what Joe can bring to this Warren offense. He can sling it much better than I can, that's for sure. And I can never sling it that well at all. I'd like to thank Mr. George, Gridiron Glory, for having us here tonight. He's the man walking on the field right now. You may not be able to see him on camera there, but he's walking off the field. He's the director of Gridiron Glory Alumni Football here. So, lovely organization that Mr. George has here, allowing older players to come back and relive their glory days. You know, maybe some of these guys played high school football, didn't see much action when they were in high school football, but now they get to relive these glory days as we're under 2 minutes away now, and I think we're getting ready to kick things off. It looks like Lumberton now, they're going to receive. They're going to be, well, it's time for the national anthem here. So,
fellow Warren native, teammate, friend, and family of many involved today. We pray that the peace of God that passes understanding will be with his friends and family. Thank you. Father God, thank you for this beautiful weather we have tonight, Lord, to play and watch the game that we love, Lord. I pray that your hand of protection would be on each and every person involved tonight, God. Be on the officials, the teams, and the coaches, Lord. Let there be no injury tonight, God. Keep us hydrated in this heat, Father God. Lord, I pray that a spirit of sportsmanship would be with us as we have respect for the opposing team, Father. Let the hard work and preparation that has gone into this event, I pray that it would show off and that we would shine tonight, Father. Lord, just keep your hand of protection around us, most importantly, God, that we will glorify you in everything that we do. In Jesus' name, amen.
all right, so a moment of silence there before the game. Doesn't look like we're going to get a national anthem here. We're under 30 seconds away from kickoff. Lumberton will be receiving first here to begin the ball game. They'll head from south to north as Warren will kick it from north to south. Ball teed up at the 40-yard line of Warren. Number 84 will be kicking things off. Jacob Fusel, class of 2017. Back to receive for Lumberton about 3 yards into the end zone. Number 11, Chase Griffin, class of 2014. And I can't quite see the other guy. Well, that's number 23. It'll be taken, though, around the 13-yard line by one of the upbacks. That's number 20. Gets around one man, gets to the right side. He's taken down around the 30-yard line where Lumberton will take over 1st and 10. That was Thomas Hine, class of 2016. The upback taking the return there up to the 30-yard line. So we'll get our first look here at this Lumberton offense, led by quarterback Colby Revia, class of 2016. He's got the gold helmet on there. I guess they didn't have enough silver helmets. So he's got the gold helmet, but I don't know if there's – I'm not familiar with the rules here. Maybe – I don't know if that would signal to maybe not necessarily touch him, but I think we're going to get full-fledged football here tonight, so everything goes. All right, shotgun formation. He's got one back to each of his sides here. Got one back behind him as well. There might be some confusion here. Oh, direct snap to the back here. That's number 22. He's coming to the left side here. Loses the ball, but it goes out of bounds, so he's taken down. It'll be about a gain of 8 on the play up to the 38-yard line.
Number 22 with a carry, Mark Esway.
That's Mark Esway, class of 2007, with the first carry of the ball game right there. Be a gain of 7, actually, so it'll be 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3 now for Lumberton from their own 37-yard line. Timing rules apply to regular football. We're going to have 15-minute quarters. Clock stops, out of bounds, incompletes, I believe first downs. Quarterback's in the shotgun here, Revy. He's got one back to each side, and behind him as he hands it off now, that time that was Esway on the carry. He will get back to the line of scrimmage for a gain of nothing. 3rd down and 3. First 3rd down situation of the night for the Lumberton Raiders. So Mark Esway, class of 2007, 2 years before I graduated high school. He's out there carrying the ball thus far, a couple of carries for about 8 yards. Revilla comes back, same formation, one back to each side, and then one back behind him is Esway. He takes the snap. Play action to nobody. He'll take it himself, and he'll get close to the first down marker, up to the 40-yard line. This one will be close. We'll have to measure it, but the white hat signals first down, so a fresh set of downs.
Graduated back in 2016. We've got
1st and 10 now for Lumberton. Their first 3rd down conversion of the ballgame, so they're 1 for 1 on 3rd downs here tonight.
That's first down.
1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Lumberton breaks the huddle. You have 4 down linemen here for Lumberton. Same formation, one receiver to the right. Handoff to the back. He escapes trouble in the backfield, but he still loses one. Was Esway able to evade a couple of guys in the backfield, but he still couldn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage. So it is now 2nd and 11. Into the ball game now for Warren is number 70, Jason Preby, class of 2010. Big man up front looking to clog some holes there up front in the trenches and stop this run game of Esway. Same shotgun formation, one receiver over to the right, one back to each of his sides, and then one behind him. Revilla will keep it himself right up the middle. He'll get up to around 43-yard line, so he'll gain 4. Will now be 3rd and 7, another 3rd down situation for Lumberton. Into the ballgame defensively now for Warren, number 99, Matt Mull, class of 2004, another big man up front. Going to try to stop this rushing attack. It's been all run play so far from Lumberton. And in a 3rd and long situation here, let's see if they let Revia throw it out here. He's got one receiver way out to the left. Same formation, one back to each side and then one back behind him. That's Esway. And he'll hand up to the back. Number 24, sweet play off the tackle to the left. He'll get not quite close to the first down, but he'll gain about 4 on the play. 4th down and 3 coming up.
Alumni 2007, 2007.
I don't know if they typically punt in these situations in this league, but I don't see a punter out there, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and 3 from their own. It's about the 47.5-yard line. 2.5 yards to go to get the first down and move the sticks. Shotgun formation, one receiver out wide to the right, handoff to the back, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. It will be a turnover on downs, and Warren will take over at the Lumberton 48-yard line. So a big defensive stop there for Lumberton. I'm sorry, for Warren. 4th down stop there, so now they'll take over on downs. And we'll get to see Joe Vaglica, the 1993 graduate, not to get confused with Rodney Conway of Lumberton, who graduated in 1987. So Joe Vaglica, the quarterback, number 15. We'll see what he can do here. 1st and 10, 48-yard line of Lumberton is where Warren takes over here. And Vaglica will break the huddle. He's got trip receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. 5 wide spread formation. He'll send now a man in motion to the left. Here's the snap. He'll pitch it out now. It's caught. He's met by a couple of defenders. Made first one miss, but not the second one. He actually lose a yard on that play, so 2nd and 11 for Warren. As on the first play, Warren comes out passing the ball, dumped it out to his receiver in motion. That's number 7, but there's no number 7 on my roster for Warren. I have a number 6 and a number 9, but no number 7. Shotgun formation, 1 receiver out to the right, direct snap to the back, and they'll blow this one dead here. That's number 21 that took the direct snap. It'll be a false start. So that'll back him up 5 yards. Still second down at 16. Now for Warren. Well, the marker guy put 3rd down, but I think it's still 2nd down here. You don't lose a down on that particular situation. So I believe it's 2nd down, despite the fact that, there we go, he switched it back now. 2nd down at 16. Vaglica will break the huddle. 2 receivers to the left, 1 over to the right. He's got a back in the backfield, just a step behind him to the right. He's in the shotgun. He'll roll out to the near side, tosses it to the flats. It's incomplete, just overthrew his intended receiver. That's Josh Bourdelaw, class of 2003, the intended receiver. 3rd and long, 3rd and 16 for Lumberton. So let's see if they'll let Vaglica air one out here. He was airing him out in the pregame, and he's got an arm on him. I'm very impressed. I never had an arm on me, so I'm sure any of these guys out here can throw the football way better than I can. Vaglica now breaks the huddle, 3rd and 16 from their own 46-yard line. They did start this drive in Lumberton territory after the holding penalty, lost 5 yards. He'll send a man in motion. That's number 7. Here's the snap. He looks. He'll throw it over, and it's incomplete. Looked like he tried to throw to the back shoulder of his intended receiver. That's number 80. And there's no number 80 on the Warren roster. But number 80 was the intended receiver there. It's incomplete, 4th and long. Now for Warren. And I guess they're going to go for it. No, I think they might punt this one. Looks like they might be lining up in a punt formation. Vaglica's going off the field, so they will punt this one. Back to receive the punt for Lumberton around the 6-yard line as he moves up now around the 15-yard line. That's number 23, Caleb Richardson, class of 2008. He stands now at the 21-yard line. Number 80, the receiver, who was just intended there. The ball rolled to him, a little squib kick there. Take a nice little Warren roll down to the 21-yard line. No fair catch was caught, though, so Richardson fielded it and took a nice hit there. Nonetheless, 1st down and 10 now for Lumberton. Turnover on downs. Went for it on 4th and short last drive. Been all run so far for Lumberton. Let's see now if maybe they'll want to let Revia throw the ball around a little bit. Just under 5 minutes into this ball game, each team has held or has had a one drive. Still no score. Breaks the huddle, that same shotgun formation, 1 back to each side of Revia, and he's got 1 back behind him, 1 receiver way out wide to the left. Handoff up the middle. Nice hole there. It closed up sort of quickly, but a 6-yard gain. That's Travis Kelly, class of 2012 on the carry there, number 27. So he'll pick up a nice gain on 1st down. 2nd and 5 for Lumberton now. Pretty nice crowd here in Lumberton tonight, watching some Gridiron Glory Alumni football. Same shotgun formation with the back to each side. One receiver way out wide to the left. Looked like he faked the option here. Revia now he's going to try to get rid of it, but he goes down way in the backfield, so he will lose a big chunk of yards there. It's 3rd and long now for Lumberton. I don't know if that was a busted play, Revia. Like he wanted to run to the left side, maybe have an option play there, but good penetration by the Warren defense to stop that play in its tracks. It caused Revia to try and reverse the field, maybe try to find an open receiver, but nobody was open, and Revia had nowhere to go, and he went down for a big-time loss back at the 23-yard line. So 3rd and 12. 3rd and long situation. Let's see if Revia will attempt his first pass of the evening here. He's got more receivers now. He's in a standard shotgun formation. 2 receivers way out wide to the left, 1 receiver to the right. He's got the back behind him. He'll send one of his receivers in motion now. He's back to pass. He throws it over the middle. It's dropped by number 27, Travis Kelly. We had Kelly open up the middle, but he flat out dropped it. 4th down now for Lumberton as they can't get nothing going on their second drive of the ball game. Number 84, Jacob Fusel, class of 2017, will do the punting. Back to receive the punt for Warren. 2 guys, Tristan Scott, class of 2016, and number 7 for Warren. They stand around the 36, 37, 38-yard line awaiting the punt. There's a snap, good snap. Punt is up, decent punt there. And he muffed it. See if he gets it back. He'll get it back around the 25-yard line, trying to find some room to run. And he's got a couple of blocks here. Look out. And he goes down. He's tripped up just shy of the 40-yard line. They'll mark him right at the 40, as a matter of fact. 1st and 10. Good job recovering there by Tristan Scott, class of 2016. He muffed the punt but got it back and was able to make a couple of moves and get some yardage back on that return. So Joe Vaglica will get his offense back on the field. They threw the ball a couple of times last drive, but a holding penalty sort of slowed the momentum of the last drive and backed him up, put him in a 2nd and 3rd down and long situation. Vaglica's directing traffic now, telling his players where to go. 1 receiver to each side. Sort of an I formation here, but he's got 2 backs deep. And he'll hand off to one of the backs coming to the right side, and he slips. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's number 21, Chris Martin, class of 2008.
It's brought down at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 10 for Warren. And Vaglica will break his huddle. Looks like he's got trips receivers going out to the left side. He's got 1 receiver out here to the right. Now it'll be 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. True spread formation here. Vaglica is in the shotgun with his back to his left. Now he'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Play action. He'll throw it over to his back, and his back drops it. It's a low pass over to number 7, but he couldn't quite hang on to it. 3rd and 10 now for Warren. Defensively, you got 4 down linemen here for Lumberton. Looks like 3, maybe a 4-3 defense they're running here for Lumberton. Got a corner on each side and 2 safeties. So now Vaglica will come out in the shotgun. 1 back to each side, 2 receivers, right, 1 left as he sends now 1 in motion, 2 receivers to the left now. Here's the snap. Vaglica's back to pass. He will throw it, and it's incomplete. His intended receiver, number 11, Ty Eddins, class of 2014. Got a hand on it. Couldn't quite bring it down. as it is now 4th down and 10. And Vaglica is still on the field, so maybe they'll go for it here.
4th down and 10.
They punted last drive, and now Vaglica looks like he's going to come off the field, so I believe they will punt it. And we got a flag, maybe an illegal formation here. Illegal substitution on Warren. That'll back him up another 5. Maybe too many players on the field. But that is an illegal substitution on Warren. 4th and 15 from their own 35-yard line. Back to receive the punt is Caleb Richardson. He's standing just beyond the 30-yard line, the 30.5-yard line. Oh, I think I'm just going to throw it. It's a fake. It looks like it's caught by the receiver, number 7. He's going to be short of the first down, though. Up to the 48-yard line, 2 yards shy of the line to gain. So a good job there by the Lumberton defense not to allow the receiver, number 7, to get that first down. The snapper for Warren is rolling the ball to the punter. When you roll the ball to the punter, it gives the defense more time to get there and possibly block it. But the punter there, number 80, for Warren, he didn't even think about punting it. He pretty much threw it, and they had a play there. The receiver was open, but good job by Warren to not allow them to get the first down. First down now for Warren. As Revia throws it incomplete, kind of underthrew his receiver there. Intended, looks like number 6, Stuart Roberts, class of 2008. Was out there, looks like he had one-on-one coverage. So Lumberton will start this drive in Warren territory, 2nd and 10 from the Warren 49-yard line. Revia telling his play to the huddle now as they break it. 7:02 left in the first quarter here. No score from Lumberton. 3 receivers to the right, 1 out wide to the left. Revia's in the backfield by himself. A little bubble screen play, and it's dropped by the receiver. It's incomplete, so that is a forward pass. Very close to being a backwards pass and possibly a fumble, but it is incomplete. No gain on the play. 3rd and 10 now from the 40-yard line. Couple of dropped passes here early for Lumberton. They come out 3rd and 10. They'll have trips receivers to the left. No receivers to the right here. Revia back to pass. Looking around, and he'll take off running here. He throws it last second. It's caught by the receiver. He runs over one defender. Gets near the first down. I believe he'll have enough. Yes, he will. Down to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for Lumberton. First completed pass of the ball game for Revia. That one was caught by Travis Kelly, class of 2012, and he gets enough for the first down.
Makes it down to the 37.
As they are now driving into Warren territory. I see what the coaches are trying to do here. They're trying to get these quarterbacks some easy throws here early in the game, maybe get a little rhythm going. Maybe that's what Revia needed right there to sort of get a rhythm going. Their first drive, they ran the ball every play, but now it seems like they're starting to open it up a little bit here. Shotgun formation, trips receivers to the left on first down. One receiver way out wide to the right. Revia is back to pass, steps up in the pocket, throws it. It is caught by number 11. He's down to the 20-yard line. Another first down.
Chase Griffin on the catch.
That is Chase Griffin, class of 2014, on the reception. Enough for the first down. Now at the 21-yard line. So now Lumberton is in business. They're at least in field goal range. I don't know if they have a kicker on the team that they plan on using, but I guess we'll find out here if they get into a 4th down situation. From here, it would be about a 38-yard field goal if they weren't to gain another yard here this drive. Revia comes back out, pistol formation now. Now his back will go to his right side. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Revia checks his card there for the play. He's back to pass on 1st down. He'll throw it, and it's caught inside the 5-yard line. That's number 24, Jason Williamson, class of 2007, on the reception. 3 straight passes, 3 straight completions for 1st downs for Lumberton. They will be marked at the 5-yard line, 1st and goal for Lumberton. First scoring opportunity of the night for either team here. Revia comes out in that initial shotgun formation with 1 back to each side, and the back behind him, receiver wide out to the right and up to the back of the middle. He spins and he's in for the score. That's number 22, Mark Esway, class of 2007. He got the ball up the middle, had a spin move, and was able to get into the end zone standing up.
Mark Esway with the touchdown.
Makes it 6-0. Lumberton here in the first quarter with 4:25 remaining in the quarter. And I believe they're going to go for 2. So I guess they don't have a kicker. That same shotgun formation as the previous play. 1 receiver out wide to the right. Revia will keep it himself off the right tackle, but he will not get into the end. Well, now he's still on his feet. Went to the pile and came back out, but he will not get it on his 2nd effort. So 2-point conversion is no good. It will remain 6-0. Lumberton, they strike first. So it looked like Revia was getting something going there on that drive. Like I said, 3 straight completions for 3 first downs. What got him going, and then Mark Esway, number 22, the class of 2007, the back, was able to punch it into the end zone for the game's first score. So now let's see if Joe Vaglica and this Warren offense can answer. They haven't been able to get much going, but up until that drive, Lumberton hasn't had much going for them either, and they sort of found a rhythm there on that drive. So Revia hands it off to Esway for the 5-yard score to put Lumberton up 6-0. Warren now back to receive the kick. Back there to receive is number 21, Chris Martin, class of 2008. And trying to see that second number over there. Looks like number 19, maybe? There's no number 19 on my Warren roster. Or number 10. Let's see. That's Devin Wise, class of 2009. And they're standing around the 6-7 yard line. Kickoffs are from the 40 here in the Gridiron League. Set to kick it off, Rodney Conway, the oldest player out on the field tonight. Checking to see if his kickoff team is ready here. And he kicks it off. Pretty good kick there. It'll bounce around the 15-yard line, taken by the back. He'll come to the near side now. He's got a little room to run, and he's taken down up at the 37-yard line. They'll mark him. One of the Lumberton players getting up a little gimpy there. Hope he's all right. That's number 10, Devon Hadnot, class of 2019. So one of the young guns out there. On the kickoff return there was Chris Martin for Warren with a nice return there. So they'll start their drive here. 1st and 10, their own 37-yard line. It's Chris Martin. Now he'll come off the field. Vaglica in his huddle here, giving them the play. As Vaglica will break the huddle here. He's got one receiver out to each side. Looks like I have two receivers to the right now. He is in the shotgun, or maybe a pistol formation. He's got one back to his left, one back behind him. He'll hand off to that back behind him up the middle. He's got a little room to run here. That is number 3 up to the 49-yard line. Dresden Chapman, class of 2012, with his first carry of the evening. He'll pick up 7. 2nd and 3 for Warren. Maybe you see Chapman get the ball back here. Very nice run. Very good holes there being opened up by this offensive line for Warren as well there on that play. Vaglica is in the shotgun. He'll hand off to the back again as Chapman. Flag is on the play. Making a couple of moves there as Chapman making something out of nothing. He gets close to the first down marker, but there is a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be an illegal shift on Warren, so that will null that run. Dresden Chapman, class of 2012. He's got a couple of nice moves there. A couple of cutback moves there for the big man. Or at least it looks like he's a pretty big running back from up here at least. 6-0 Lumberton. They struck first on a Mark Esway 5-yard run on the previous drive. So now Warren is attempting to answer that touchdown drive. 2nd and 8 from their own 39-yard line. Vaglica's in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 over to the left. He'll hand off to the back. Back will go off to tackle to the left, pushing his way forward up to the 45-yard line. So he'll get about 5 yards.
On the carry, number 4.
That's number 4, Chris DeArmond, class of 2011, on the carry. So a 3rd and 2 situation. Let's see if they let Vaglica maybe try to dump it out, short pass here, if they're going to had some successful runs here on this drive, but there's no back here now. Vaglica is in the backfield by himself. He'll have trip receivers to the right, 1 out to the left. He also has a wing back. He'll take it under center. He'll try and go forward, but trying to catch the Lumberton defense sleeping. Referee gave him a pretty good spot close to the first down marker, but I don't think he's going to get it. They might measure this one. They'll mark it at the 47-yard line, which is where the first down marker is. Vaglica tried to catch the Lumberton defense sleeping there. He was in the shotgun formation in the backfield by himself, and he ran up under center and took a quick snap and tried to QB sneak it. So they're going to go ahead and measure this. It'll be very close. Crucial measure here after the 3rd down play for Warren as they're trying to answer that touchdown drive from Lumberton. It's very close. It'll be a first down. I mean, by a hair. It will be a first down for Warren. Fresh set of downs now from their own 47-yard line. Well, I thought the Lumberton defense on that play initially looked like they stopped him. And good awareness there, but just by that, I mean, the tip of the front of the football, was Vaglica able to get the first down and move the stick. So he'll come out, shotgun formation, 2 receivers right, 2 to the left, little draw play handoff to the running back, and he'll gain about a yard. Well, now he gets away from his defenders. He'll get a couple extra yards. He loses the ball, but it goes out of bounds. Looks like he'll get into Lumberton territory. So the second effort there, I believe that's DeArmond, will get it into Lumberton territory. 2nd and 6 from the Lumberton 49-yard line. Two receivers to each side. Vaglica is in the shotgun. He's got DeArmond in the backfield with him to his left. Here's the snap. Vaglica's back to pass. He'll throw it deep to the right. Jump ball incomplete. intended for number 80. So that will stop the clock just under a minute. 59.8 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Now, I don't know if these two teams have played any organized games, the last couple of weeks or so. I don't know if this is their first game, but a little rust here in the opening quarter, maybe a little butterfly, some excitement if it is their first game. Excited to play some football here. But it seems like at least Lumberton for the time being has settled in, and Vaglica is going to settle in here as well. Two receivers left, one to the right. Vaglica pistol formation, his back a couple of yards behind him. He'll hand off to his back, off tackle to the left, but he'll be met at the line of scrimmage by a host of Raiders. He will gain nothing, and it is 4th down. Interesting situation here for Warren. They're just into Lumberton territory. So do they go for it, or do you try to pin them deep? I think they're going to try to go for it here. Vaglica is still out on the field. He'll break the huddle here. 4th and 6 from the 49-yard line of Lumberton. And they'll let the clock run out here to end the first quarter. So they'll move the ball 2 yards north.
That ends our first quarter.
We start the second quarter here. We get ready to start the second quarter. At the end of the first, it is Lumberton 6, Warren nothing. Here in this Gridiron Glory Alumni football game from Lumberton High School in Lumberton, Texas. Sure, a lot of the players getting their share of water because it is hot and humid out here. Very important to stay hydrated out here in these type of situations. You want to avoid cramps at all costs because those are the worst. Pretty decent crowd here tonight in Lumberton to watch some football. It's nice to see, cities put on stuff like this and have a good crowd come out. But I know when it comes to football, they don't play around here in the state of Texas. They mean business when it comes to football. So Warren's going to take over at the Lumberton 49-yard line to start the second quarter here. I believe it's second down. No, I'm sorry, it's actually 4th down, 4th and 6. So a crucial play here for Warren. This is their first drive after the Lumberton touchdown drive. Pistol formation. Well, now Vaglica is going to go under center. He's got a bunch of people bunched in. A receiver out wide to the right. They might try and draw him off sides here. We'll take the snap. Play action. He rolls out. It's incomplete. Intended for number 7 of Warren. It's incomplete, and they will turn the ball over on downs. Lumberton now takes over at their own 49-yard line, 1st and 10. And they will try to add on to this 6-0 lead here. Revia looked pretty good on that last drive, completing his last 3 passes, all 3 for first downs. And then, of course, Mark Esway, class of 2007, was able to cap off the drive with a 5-yard touchdown run to make it 6-0. See if I can rattle off some names here for Lumberton into the ball game now. Number 72, Brad Morris, class of 2006. A couple of the big boys up front here. Shotgun formation. He's got five wide, 2 to the left, and 2 to the right. I don't know where that 5th wide receiver is. They're going to send one man out. He throws it. He's got a man. It's caught. Knocked out of bounds. Great throw and catch. And Revia now completed his last 4 passes. That's down to the 30-yard line. Fresh set of downs for Lumberton. And Revia seems like he's found a rhythm. What a throw and catch there. That catch was made, I think it was number 24, Jason Williamson, class of 2007. Out there for Lumberton, number 68, John Vasilakis, class of 2001. Trying to rattle off some of these guys here, get their names out on the broadcast here. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation for Revia. Class of 2016 is Revia. He's got his back in the backfield to his right. He'll send a receiver in motion now as he is back to pass. Looking around, the pocket's going to collapse here. He's trying to get away from the pressure, and he can't get away. He will go down for a loss of 5 on the play, back to the 34-yard line. 2nd and 15. That defensive front for Warren was able to get quick pressure on Revia, and he had nowhere to go. He tried to get away, but he could not get away. Just too many of the Warriors swarmed him and took him down. So after a great first play to open this drive, not a very good second play of the drive. Let's see if they can shake it off here. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Revia's in the shotgun with his back to his right. Here's the snap. Little wide receiver screen there. It's caught. Moves made, but he slipped. And he'll gain about 1.5 yards to 2 yards on the play. That is number 27. Travis Kelly, class of 2012, on the reception.
Travis Kelly gains about 2 yards on the play.
Third and 12 from the 31-yard line of Warren. 3rd and long situation for Revia in his offense. He's completed his last 4 passes. So I'm sure he's feeling good as well as his coach to put the ball in his hands to make a throw here on a crucial 3rd down. Also a crucial 3rd down for this Warren defense. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 1 right. He'll send one of his receivers in motion. He's back to pass, looking around. And he will throw it deep down the far sideline. Can't quite connect with his receiver. Overthrew him just a little bit. Receiver had to go up to get that one, but he could not come down with it. 4th down and 12.
Intended for Jason Williamson.
There's Jason Williamson on the intended receiver on the play. So 4th down here. I guess they're going to go for it. If there's no kickers and they only punt, no point in punting this unless you really want to try and pin them deep. But with the 6-0 lead, nothing wrong with, maybe trying to play a little field position game here. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left, 1 way out wide to the right. As Revia's in the shotgun. He'll take the snap back to pass. He'll step up in the pocket. He'll take off running here. He's going to try and get the corner, and he might have gotten the 1st down. Let's see where they mark him. Right at the 1st down marker, down to the 19-yard line. Revia using his feet there to maybe get enough of the 1st down. I think the white hat signaled 1st down. And he did. They will move the chains. Big-time play by Revia using his feet there. The pocket collapsed very quickly. And Revia had the awareness to just take off running. He had a hole to the left side. Fresh set of downs just inside the 20-yard line as Lumberton takes over in the red zone. Now back to that original shotgun formation with 1 back to each side and a back behind him a couple of yards. 1 receiver out wide to the left. He'll hand off to the back up the middle. That's Esway. He'll take it down to about the 15-yard line, just shy of the 15-yard line. A few yards gained there on the play. 2nd down and about 6. Esway, the only score of the ball game so far on the 5-yard run last time Lumberton had the ball. As Revia breaks the huddle here. One receiver out wide to the left, 2 out wide to the right. He's in the shotgun with Esway behind him to his right. He'll take the snap, throw it up in the end zone. It's almost caught, but it's actually knocked away by the defender, number 7, for Warren.
Pass is incomplete.
I believe that was number 34, DJ Maniscalco, class of 2009, the intended receiver. I'm sorry, that was number 24, Jason Williamson, class of 2007, the intended receiver there. And the safety, number 7 for Warren, was able to put a decent lick on him and cause him not to catch it. So big defensive play there for Warren. 3rd down now from the 16-yard line. Revia in the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Esway's in the backfield behind him. Back to pass is Revia. Looks around, thought he had a man. He's trying to escape the pressure. He'll throw it away, but that might be intentional grounding, and they will throw the flag for that. He threw it out of bounds. It didn't nearly get back to the line of scrimmage. So they'll lose yards and a down. And now there's a late flag coming in here. So let's see how they do this. You had a live ball foul, and then you had a dead ball foul after the play. I don't know, maybe somebody from Warren maybe said something, but there was a very late flag that came down around the 17-yard line. So I know the first flag is obviously going to be intentional grounding. Let's see what the second flag is all about here. Referee still discussing. Here comes the white hat. Intentional grounding on the offense. That'll be a loss of yardage and loss of downs. Also a dead ball foul, personal foul on Warren. Well, that'll result in a first down for Lumberton. So really big mistake there for Warren, who would have had Lumberton in a 4th and long situation, but a personal foul by one of the defenders on Warren. I'm trying to see. It looks like one of the Warren defenders is trying to talk to the referees and maybe see what he did wrong. It might be number 50. Jake Garrett, class of 2009. The costly penalty there that gives Lumberton a fresh set of downs now at the 13-yard line. Shotgun formation. Revia's back there by himself. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. He's back to pass. Throws it over the middle into the end zone. Tipped up and incomplete. Almost intercepted by number 89, Skylar Connor, class of 2014. Couple of defenders there had a shot at maybe picking that ball off in the end zone. 2nd and 10 now from the 13. Looking to see if there's a play clock around here, but I guess I don't know if the referees might be keeping that themselves. Some of these huddles seem like they might be taking up a little bit of time. Pistol formation, trips receivers right, 1 left. Play action, Revia rolls out now to the right. Pump fakes, tries to get away from one defender, and he's going to get away from a defender, take off running. Makes another man miss, and as he loses his helmet, he's taken down close to the 5-yard line. Great effort by Revia there to get away from the initial pressure and take off running. We've seen that he can do some damage with his feet now. I think they're going to call in for a backup quarterback. Looks like number 15's coming in. I'm sorry. Yeah, number 15, Terrence Durham, class of 2005. He might take over at quarterback here for a play or two, while Revy, who showed great effort on that play to get him in a 3rd and 3 situation from the 11-yard line. So a crucial 3rd down play deep into Warren territory. And Lumberton's got their backup in for the time being. It's like going to be number 17, actually. Remington Boykin, class of 2018, as the quarterback. Got that one back to each side, and the back behind him hands him off to that back behind him, but he's mad at the line of scrimmage. He might have even lost a yard. That's Esway on the carry. He'll actually lose a yard back to the 7-yard line. So 4th down, now at about 5 from the 7-yard line. So Lumberton can still get a 1st down without scoring here if they get inside the 3. As Rivia is now back in the ball game. I guess he just needed a little bit of a breather there. Big time 4th down play upcoming for this Warren defense. Let's see if they could get a stop here and not have any further damage inflicted, as Lumberton holds a 6-0 lead. 9:15 remaining here in the first half. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Revia's in the backfield in the shotgun by himself. He takes the ball, takes the snap, throws it up. Incomplete. Another jump ball pass. The receiver was able to get a hand on it, but not able to come down with it. So big time stop for this Warren defense. They will take over on downs deep in their own territory at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 for Joe Vaglica in this Warren offense, trying to get something going here. They're going to have to go 94 yards or 93 yards. They want to score a touchdown. Some of the guys playing in this game today, let's see, who have I not called out yet? Stuart Roberts, class of 2008. He's on the team here playing tonight. Chase Griffin, class of 2014. Preston Campbell, class of 2016. Thomas Hine, class of 2016 as well, all for Lumberton. So Vaglica comes out now in an offset I formation. He's under center, 1 receiver out wide to the right and to the left. Hand off to his fullback up the middle, and he'll gain about a yard. I think that's Chris Martin on the carry there, number 21. Nope. Yeah, that was Chris Martin on the carry there. Thought maybe it was the other guy, but that's big number 70. Jason Preby, class of 2010, one of the big men up front for Warren. Vaglica is in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. The receiver might have took off early here, but no flags are down. Jump ball incomplete. Number 80 looked like he might have got a jump start, but apparently it was right on time. No flags were thrown there. Pass was incomplete, and it makes it 3rd down and 9 for Warren from their own 8-yard line. Some of the guys on the Warren roster here. You got Dalton Edwards, class of 2010. Harrison Brown, class of 2016. Dresden Chapman, who we've seen a couple times here tonight, class of 2012. He's run the ball a couple of times here tonight. Vaglica now in the shotgun on 3rd down. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Now he'll have 2 receivers out wide to the left as he sends 1 in motion. He's back to pass. Throws it. It's caught. Met immediately by the defender, but it will be enough for the 1st down. That's Chris Martin on the catch, class of 2008, up to the 18-yard line. Just enough for the 1st down and a fresh set of downs now for Warren. As they try to get out of this hole, they were at their own 8-yard line. Still a long way to go here if they want to punch it into the end zone. 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line. Vaglica in the shotgun, 2 receivers to each side. Vaglica will throw it deep now, and it's caught by the receiver, number 80. Made one man miss. He's all the way up to the 45-yard line now as Warren's getting something going here. They'll move the sticks for the second play in a row. Still not sure who number 80 is. I don't have a number 80 here on my Warren roster. But he's a tall drink of water out there, so he's a good man to throw a jump ball to. 2 receivers to each side as Vaglica's in the shotgun on 1st down. Little draw play here. Hands off to the back. It's a good run here. Bobbing and weaving through the defense. Close to the 1st down. Be less than a yard shy.
Alumni from 2011. He brings the ball down to the 46-yard line.
2nd and short for Warren as they are now into Lumberton territory at the Lumberton 46-yard line, or just inside the Lumberton 46-yard line. 6:43 remaining here in the first half. 6-0. Lumberton leads it on a 5-yard Mark Esway run, the only score we have so far in this ball game. Vaglica will come out. Looks like he'll go under center. He's got 1 receiver out wide to each side. He's got 1 back behind him and 2 staggered him and hands off to his back, but he'll run into, I think, his own guy there and maybe lose a half a yard. It's Chris Martin on the carry. Third down and 2 from the Lumberton 47-yard line.
Loss of a yard makes it 3rd down and about 2.
Some more guys on this Warren roster. Dalton Davis, class of 2016. Kyle Tant, class of 2012. Josh Bordelon, class of 2003. We'll try and rattle off every name here before the end of the broadcast. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Vaglica keeps it himself. QB sneak. He'll have enough for the 1st down. And he gets a little bit more. He'll get down to the 42-yard line. Once again, Vaglica is able to move the sticks.
From 1993.
I guess I'm saying Vaglica. It sounded like that's what the announcer said, too, the PA guy here at Lumberton High School. So I don't feel as bad now. I think I've been saying it correctly. At least I hope I've been saying it correctly. Fresh set of downs now for quarterback Joe Vaglica in this Warren offense. At the 42-yard line of Lumberton. Vaglica, class of 1993, the oldest player on this Warren roster. He's under center now. 1 receiver out wide to the left, handoff to his back, off tackle to the right side, but he's going to be met by a host of Lumberton Raiders in the backfield and will lose about 3 or 4 yards. Won't even get back to the 45-yard line. I believe that was Chris DeArmond on the carry there. 2nd and 14 for Warren. They were starting to build some momentum on this drive here as they started way back on their own 7-yard line. They're now in the Lumberton territory. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to each side. Vaglica awaiting the snap. He'll send his receiver in motion now as he'll now have trips to the left. Pump fake, and he'll throw it deep down the near sideline. Another jump ball, but it is intercepted by Lumberton. Intercepted at the 21-yard line. That is number 3, I believe, for Lumberton. That is Nathan Sanchez, class of 2016. Some more players here on this Lumberton roster. Of course, Kobe Revia, the quarterback, class of 2016. Brenner Boykin, class of 2016. A couple of teammates, or a couple of classmates there. Stuart Roberts, class of 2008. Of course, Rodney Conway, we've mentioned him already. Class of 1987, the oldest player in this ball game tonight. Hunter Goins, class of 2011. Devin Hadnot, class of 2019. Chase Griffin, class of 2014. Preston Campbell, class of 2016. Terrence Durham, class of 2005. And Remington Boykin, class of 2018, one of the young guns. Thomas Hine, class of 2016. Mark Esway, the only scorer of the game so far, class of 2007. Timeout will be taken by Warren, as we recognize now some more players on this Warren roster.
Quick timeout.
We got Dalton Davis, class of 2016. Josh Bordelon, class of 2003. Devin Wise, class of 2009. Ty Edens, class of 2014. Josh Greenbaum, class of 2009. Brian Reed, class of 2012. Of course, Joe Vaglica, the quarterback, class of 1993. Tristan Scott, class of 2016. Chris Martin, who we've seen numerous times in this ballgame, class of 2008. Chase Soignet, hope I said that right, class of 2018, one of the young guns here. I'm looking to see if they have any class of 2019. Yeah, there is Austin Hibbard. So he's probably the youngest guy. And Devin Hadnot, class of 2019. A couple of the latest graduates of Lumberton High School playing here tonight. Lumberton takes over now. 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line. Shotgun formation. For Revia, he'll hand off to his back off the left side. And he might gain one. That is Jason Williamson, class of 2007 on the carry.
2009.
Or that might have been DJ Maniscalco, class of 2009. It's hard to tell the difference between 34 and 24 from up here. Revia now breaks the huddle. They got a receiver way out wide, almost by the sideline to the right. Toss play to the right. We'll gain a few. Actually, we'll only gain about one. Up to the 25-yard line. And that's Esway on the carry. .245 remaining here in the first half. Lumberton's going to try and get another score on the board here before the half. Lumberton did get the ball first. So Warren will get the ball at half. Not sure how long the halftime is, but I guess we will find out in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Two receivers came out to the right here. One will go out wide to the left. Revia comes out 3rd and 8 from their own 25-yard line. Pistol formation. He'll have Essman a couple of yards behind him. Low snap. He'll pick it up and take off running with it, and he might get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a half a yard gain on the play for Revia. Bad snap, and Kobe Ravia. So it's Ravia, not Revia. Ravia. I'm just going off of what the PA announcer is saying now. I assume he knows better than me. So Warren will take a timeout here, stop the clock with 1:42. That should give them some time to maybe get something going here. They looks like they had something going last drive, Warren did. But they weren't able to convert on the 4th down. Well, actually, it was Vaglica threw an interception to Nathan Sanchez last drive, so that's what halted what was looking like a really good drive for Warren last time. So it'll be 4th and 8 upcoming after the timeout. It was taken by Warren to stop this clock to give them some time to mount a drive here. Get the 2-minute drill going here for Warren, as I expect. Lumberton will punt it away to him. Go over some more of the names here on this Warren roster. Anthony Moses, class of 2016. Dylan King, class of 2014. Tyler Spell, class of 2011. Jack Garrett, class of 2009. Bradley McClendon, class of 2009. Tristan Jones, class of 2012. Chris Johnson, class of 2009. Jason Preby, class of 2010. Brandon Harris, class of 2018. Zane Connor, class of 2016. Skylar Connor, class of 2014. And Matt Mull, class of 2004. That rounds out the Warren roster there. I know there's a couple of guys out there for Warren right now that are wearing jersey numbers that are not matching their names or not matching any of the names here on the roster. So maybe, hopefully I said those guys' names. Maybe they just have a different number listed on my particular roster. 4th down as Lumberton is set to punt. Good snap. Punt is pretty high, not very deep, but deep enough. It'll be taken by the returner. They'll gain a few yards. That is number 17. It's Tristan Scott, class of 2016.
Number 17.
He'll get up to around the 45-yard line, I believe, is where they're going to mark him at. 44-yard line. So a minute 34 remaining in the first half. Warren with a chance to possibly tie this ball game and maybe take a lead with a 2-point conversion. And they get the ball at half, too, so what a momentum shift this could be if Warren can drive down the field and get a score here. Of course, last drive they were looking really good until the interception was thrown by Vaglica. A couple of more players on this Lumberton roster here. See, make sure I get everybody. Hunter Williams, class of 2012. Chris Walters, class of 2006. Billy Walters, class of 2001. Blake Dugas, class of 2014. 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Warren will start this drive. 2 receivers, White, 1 to the left. Vaglica rolls out to the right. He'll throw it and almost intercepted, but it was dropped. Almost intercepted by number 10, Devon Hadnot, class of 2019. One of only 2 players on this Lumberton roster that just graduated a few months ago here from Lumberton High School. Had he picked that off, he had a little bit of room down that far sideline where maybe he could. He's doing 10 push-ups there on the field. As back in the day, I mean, maybe some high schools still do this. You drop a ball in practice, you got to give the coach 10 push-ups. I know I've had to do that a time or two in my day. 2nd and 10 now from the 44. Vaglica will try to shake that pass off. His last 2 passes, one was intercepted and the other one was almost intercepted. So Vaglica can try and shake back here. 2 receivers to each side. Vaglica in the shotgun, back to pass. Now trying to evade the pressure, and he'll go down for a big loss. That is that number?
Joe Baglia.
I'm trying to see what number that was, but that might have been 58 that got there. Blake Dugas, class of 2014. Clock now at 1:13. I believe they stopped it. In a 2-minute drill, the worst-case scenario is for the quarterback to take a sack, because then you have to burn a timeout. Now you're facing a 3rd and forever situation. 3rd and 21 officially. Some more of these lumber. I think there's maybe a little bit of a water break here. There was a timeout. That's what it was. Some more of these Lumberton players here. Davin McSpadden, class of 2011. Randy Chiser, class of 1997. Wayne Walters, class of 1999. John Vasilakis, hope I said that correctly, class of 2001. Brad Morse, class of 2006. 3rd and 21 now for Joe Vaglia in this Warren offense. 1 receiver to each side. Vaglia giving the play to his back, who stands offset to his right. Rolling out to the right now is Vaglia. He'll throw it. Now it's intercepted. And that time, same guy, I think it's number 10, Devon Hadnot, who dropped it last time. He holds on to it this time, and now with 67 seconds remaining here in the first half, maybe Lumberton can get some more points on the board and extend their lead. Well, Vaglica hasn't made some very good throws his last few throws. 2 of his last 3 throws being picked off by this Lumberton defense. First and 10 from the Warren 47-yard line. Lumberton will start this drive in Warrior territory. This is Gridiron Glory alumni football from Lumberton, Texas. The Lumberton Raiders alumni taking on the Warren Warriors alumni here. This is a broadcast of the SHN Sports Network. First and 10 from the 47-yard line, pistol formation. Revia play action will roll out now to the left side, trying to evade the pressure. It's caught. Trying to get maybe out of bounds. It won't get out of bounds. The clock will continue to run, but I think they'll call a timeout here. First down. Clock stopped 53.9 seconds here. I don't think they'll call a timeout, but I do believe the clock stops. And now the White Hat signaling for the clock to continue to run here. So now the clock will run 50 seconds and counting. Fresh set of downs at the 35-yard line. And now a timeout will be taken. It appears by Lumberton.
Timeout call, Raiders.
Jeremy Moore, class of 1995. Austin Hibbard, class of 2019. Michael Smith, class of 2001. And Jacob Fusel, class of 2017. That rounds out the rest of the names I don't think I've rattled off here this evening for Lumberton. Pretty impressive that you can have guys out here, you know, like Rodney Conway, who all we've seen him do so far is kick off, but still, even to put those pads on, you know, wearing full pads in the month of August anywhere here in the South is certainly not that comfortable with all this heat and humidity. And even though it's not hot outside right now, when the sun goes down around here, the humidity goes up at night, so I'm sure there's no shortage of sweating down there on the field as we are now back in action. First and 10 from the 35-yard line. Shotgun formation. Revia now will throw it. He's got a man open, and he can't hang on. He had a man open. It hit his hands, and he could not hang on to it.
Pass incomplete, makes it second down.
That's number 11, I believe, on Chase Griffin, number 11, class of 2014, that can't come down with it there. What a big play that would have been. Certainly puts him inside the 15-yard line and gives him some decent shots at the end zone to try and extend this 6-0 lead that they have here. 38 seconds remaining here in the first half. 2 receivers to each side. Revia's in the shotgun behind him, or by himself in the backfield. He'll throw it deep towards the end zone. It's incomplete. Some contact was made there. I thought maybe they would get him for offensive pass interference. I'm not exactly sure what number that is, that intended receiver. That might be number 3. It might be Nathan Sanchez, class of 2016, who that was intended for. He's got his jersey rolled up to where you can't see the bottom half of his number. So it's kind of hard to tell, but it is a single-digit number, I can tell you that much. So he'll come off the field here. All right, you got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Your receivers, let's see. You got Thomas Hine. You also got Travis Kelly out wide to the left. Here's Revia in the shotgun. He'll throw it out of bounds. Nobody was going to catch that one. So now it's 4th down and 10 from the 35-yard line with 25.7 seconds remaining here in the first half. Big number 79, Michael Smith, class of 2001, coming off the field there. He got a pat on his head from one of his teammates. Third and 10 now. Revia will Won't even get a huddle going here. He'll just let everybody know what the play is. Clock is stopped. Lumberton may have one timeout left. I have not kept track of the timeouts. 2 receivers to each side. Revia's in the shotgun in the backfield by himself, and he'll just take off running up the middle here on a QB draw. He'll try to get out of bounds, and he will. Evades one of the defenders inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line, just enough for the first down as well. He will have the clock stopped with 19.3 seconds remaining here in the first half. So a fresh set of downs, still have a few opportunities to maybe heave one to the end zone. Not necessarily heave one because you're only 24 yards out. Revia certainly has the arm power to get it to the end zone from 24 yards out. I don't know if I do, but that's why I'm not playing the game. That's why I'm up here in the booth calling it. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers out wide to the left. He's got one back to his right in the backfield with him. One receiver way out wide to the right as well. He's so far out wide right, the players on the sideline were hiding him from me. Revia steps up in the pocket, tries to throws a nice ball there, and it's caught by number 27, Travis Kelly. He threw that one in a tight window there. And they'll take a timeout, 13.2 seconds remaining here.
The catch, number 27.
So they'll take a timeout. Beautiful throw there by Revia to squeeze that one in there. I was almost speechless for a second at how quickly he threw that ball and how well he split about 3 defenders getting that ball to his receiver. This is Gridiron Glory Alumni football from Lumberton High School in Lumberton, Texas. Patrick Fry here with you, along with the crew here at the SHN Sports Network, bringing you the action here tonight. A big thanks to Mr. George, who runs this Gridiron Glory League, for allowing us to come out here and broadcast this for everyone, so that way you can watch it back anytime you want and relive the glory days, so to speak. So the timeout now will come to an end. It's 1st and goal at the 6-yard line for Lumberton. Well, with 13.2 seconds remaining in the half, you could probably get 4 quick passes off to the end zone here. So you got 4 downs to try to score here if you're Revia in this Lumberton offense. Shotgun formation. He'll roll out to the right. Looking around, makes one man miss. He'll throw it out of bounds, incomplete. And no grounding that time as he was out of the pocket and was able to get the ball past the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and goal from the 6. Crucial into the half here, 6.9 seconds remaining in the first half. If Warren can hold them here, they'll get the ball to start the second half. But if you're Warren, you obviously just want to be down 6-0 versus 12 or possibly 14-0 here. Second and 10 from the 6-yard line. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 out to the right. As Revia will be in the shotgun, he's got Essman standing to his left. Looking around now, wants to throw it. One thought about taking off, and it is intercepted in the end zone now. It could be taken back for Warren. What a big-time defensive play. The defender jumped the route. I believe that's number 2, Harrison Brown, class of 2016, that jumped that route And that'll be the end of the first half. So it is halftime here in Lumberton, Texas. We'll have a 15-minute halftime here. Only score of the first half was an S-Way 5-yard run. That was back in the first quarter. And that's what has made it 6-0 Lumberton. I thought maybe for a second there that Warren might have had a shot at the pick six, which would have completely turned this game around, as Warren will get the ball at the half, and they'll try to get on the scoreboard for the first time here tonight. A lot of folks heading to the concession area. A lot of folks here tonight in Lumberton for this football game. Very big crowd. We're going to go ahead and take a break here during halftime, and we'll be back here on the SHN Sports Network with the second half of Gridiron Glory Alumni Football. It is the Lumberton Raiders 6, Warren Warriors 0 at the half. All right, we're getting set now for second half action. Gridiron Glory Alumni football. Lumberton Raiders lead the Warren Warriors 6-0 here at the half. And I was able to find out just a few moments ago who number 7 and number 80 is. So number 7 for Warren is Keith Reed. Unfortunately, I do not have a year that he graduated. And then I've been saying number 4 was Chris DeArmond, but instead number 4 is actually O'Shea Kinbrew. And number 80, the receiver, is Chris DeArmond. So got a couple of roster changes there. Not necessarily changes, but corrections, so to speak. So I got that squared away as the Lumberton alumni, they're starting to head on out slowly back to the field, as well as Warren. We're about just over a minute away from the start of the second half. We got a bunch of kids running around playing football on the field here. They're having a good time. I remember back in the day, that's what we used to do as kids at high school football games. Just we'd play what they called fumble rumble, where you just, one person has the ball and you just run wherever until you get tagged, and then you just throw up in the air. Next person gets it, run around, and it's a never-ending cycle of just grabbing the ball, running around, just trying to hold on to the ball as long as you can, because once you get tackled, you have to give it up. So that might be what they're playing down there on the field. But we got a full-fledged football game going on here. 30 seconds remaining to the second half. The lone score of the first half was by Mark Esway, class of 2007 for Lumberton, a 5-yard run back in the first quarter. The oldest player out here on the field, he's actually kicking right now. You can probably see him on the stream from the kicked off from the 50-yard line there. That is Rodney Conway, class of 1987. Very impressive that, guys like that can still put on the pads and come on out here in this heat and humidity and not necessarily even play, because all he's done is kick off tonight. But even just putting on those pads and running around out there is, I'm sure quite the struggle for a man of his age. Heck, it's a struggle for a man of my age and way younger than him. So as we get ready to start the second half, Lumberton just about got everybody back out here. Still a few players filing out of the locker room, as well as some Warren players coming out the locker room as well. I don't think they're not gonna reinflate the big Lumberton run-out thing here. They're just on the sideline. So Warren's gonna get the ball here to start the second half. They're down 6-0. They had a big stop to end the first half with the interception in the end zone. And I thought it was going to be brought back for a pick six, but it wasn't quite brought back for the pick six. So it would have been huge for Warren to tie this ball game up, possibly take the lead going into the half. The kickoff team for Lumberton getting ready here to run out on the field as they will kick it off from the 40-yard line. The kick return team for Warren, they're out there just about ready to rock and roll. Back deep for Warren to receive. Looks like Chris Martin, class of 2008, and also Tristan Scott, class of 2016. They're both hovering around the 15 or so yard line now. I know Tressman will go over and talk to one of his up backs. Chris Martin standing over the center of the field, while Tressman, he's over there on that far hash mark. But he's talking with one of his teammates there, as the ref now is going to count out the players on the kickoff team. Rodney Conway, class of 1987, getting ready to kick this one off to start the second half. As Rodney Conway now puts the ball on the tee, he'll line it up. And we're going to get this second half underway. Gridiron Glory Alumni football second half action here between the Lumberton Raiders and the Warren Warriors. Conway kind of pooches it over to the far side, and it's picked up, jumped on by number 6. That is Dalton Davis. for Warren.
Dalton Davis.
That was a live ball there. Once it goes 10 yards, if this is anything like regular football, once it goes 10 yards, it's a live ball and anybody can pick it up. There was a chance it might have gone out of bounds, which would have resulted in a penalty for Lumberton. It would have given great starting field position to Warren, but they'll have decent field position to start this drive here from their own 33-yard line, 1st and 10, as Vaglica will try and come out here. He threw a couple of interceptions in that first half. He's going to try and shake that off here. Vaglica still got his team in the huddle here as now he breaks it. Trying to direct traffic. 2 receivers now out wide to the right, 1 out to the left, shotgun formation. He'll hand off to his back now. That's Chris Martin. Chris Martin goes goes to the left off tackle. And he'll pick up a nice some yardage there. Up to around the 38-yard line, pickup of about 6. To make it second, more 5 yards. 2nd and 5. So he picked up 5 yards on that run up to the 38-yard line. 2nd and 5. Shotgun formation. 1 receiver to his left and behind him. Hand off to the back behind him. That's Martin up the middle. He's got some room to run. He's got the first down. All the way up near the 45-yard line. So a fresh set of downs. Couple of plays, couple of nice runs here for Chris Martin here to open up this second half.
Ball's brought up to the 45-yard line, 1st down.
Well, Warren hasn't been able to get much going here tonight. Their one drive that looked promising ended in an interception thrown by Vaglica. It was picked off by Nathan Sanchez of Lumberton. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Vaglica hands off to his back again. Back goes to the left. He'll pick up a few yards.
Hands off to number 3, Dresden
up to the
Chapman.
47-yard line. Dresden Chapman, class of 2012, on the carry there. Lined up out wide at receiver is Chris D. Armand, who was initially listed at number 4 on my roster, but we got that corrected at halftime. So he is wearing number 80. He's been playing a lot of receiver, been having a lot of jump balls thrown his way. So that's Chris D. Armand out there wide right. As Vaglica now rolls out to the right, he's going to throw it, but he just overthrows his receiver. Intended for number 7, that's Keith Reed. So number 7 for Warren now has a name, Keith Reed.
Pass intended for number 7, Keith Reed. It's incomplete.
That will bring up 3rd down and about 7 from their own 48-yard line. They need to get to about the 45-yard line of Lumberton to move the sticks. Vaglica will come out in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. He's got a back in the backfield standing to his left. He takes the snap, hands it off, but it's fumbled, and Lumberton picks it up. Lumberton will jump on it. A mishandled handoff from Vaglica to the back. That was, not sure who that was actually at running back. But nonetheless, the back mishandled the handoff. He loses it, and there were a couple of Lumberton Raiders in the area to jump on it. Now Lumberton will take over. 1st and 10 in Warrior territory at their 44-yard line. So Revia will come back out now at quarterback. He's had an up and down first half. Although for the most part, he's made some plays with his arms and his feet. Shotgun formation. He's back there by himself, looking around, rolls out to the right, trying to direct traffic to a receiver, throws it. And is that caught? Incomplete. just under through his receiver. The receiver tried to come back and make the catch. That was number 6, Stuart Roberts, class of 2008, the intended target from Revia.
2nd and 10.
It is 2nd and 10 now from the 44-yard line. Revia in the huddle giving the play to his players, possibly giving them specific instructions. Well, he'll break the huddle with 4 receivers, 2 to each side. He's in the shotgun all by himself back there. He's back to pass. Tries to step up. Now he's got to get away from the pressure. Gets off a one-man. He gets rid of it. Incomplete. He had a receiver running across the field. Now there's a flag on the play. A flag after the play. A legal man downfield. It looks like it's going to be the signal. So illegal receiver downfield. One of those big linemen up front went a little too far down the field there. Here's the official call from the white hat. Illegal receiver downfield. Warren's going to decline it. So now it makes it 3rd and 10 from the 44-yard line. Maybe, yeah, that's about the 44-yard line. Thought maybe it was at the 45. Hard to tell on that L of the logo there for the Lumberton Raiders. So 3rd and 10, first 3rd down for this offense here in the second half. Revia's in the shotgun by himself. 2 receivers to each side. Here's the snap. He's back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Tries to get rid of it. It's thrown up in the air, and it's incomplete. A couple of people had a shot at maybe catching that one. The closest man was number 27, Travis Kelly, and he could not come down with it, so that makes it 4th down. And they will go for it. Well, his first drive hasn't quite gone as planned for Lumberton. After the fumble, they took things over in Warren territory. Started great field position, but I tell you what, this Warrior defense has been putting some pressure on Revia, causing him to not make the best of throws. And now it has them in a 4th down and 10 situation at their own, or at the Warren 44-yard line. So Lumberton will try to convert. They need to get to the 34-yard line to move the sticks. Pistol formation trips receivers to the right. Estway's behind Revia. Play action, rolls out to the right. He looks, and it's caught for the first down. Down to the 30-yard line.
Pass is complete for a first down. It's brought down at the 30-yard line.
Is that number 4 there? I believe that is number 4. That's, well, no, that's the quarterback's number 4. It might be number 5. Brenner Boykin, class of 2016, making the catch. Plenty enough for the first down. They needed to get to the 34. They got to the 32. So a fresh set of downs now for Revia and this offense. Is they're going to try and get something going here. Try and turn the turnover into points. Shotgun formation. Oh, he almost didn't realize the snap was coming here. Revia's going to try and run to the right, but he's going to lose a handful of yards there. I don't think Revia was ready for the snap, but instinctively he caught it and just took off running to the right.
Makes it 2nd down.
But it looked like it was a busted play, and the Warren defense was all over that one. So it'll be 1st, and they haven't really moved the the down marker yet. Now the guy's telling him to go ahead and move it back there. So it's about 1st and 16. Well, actually 1st and 15. Nope, it's 16. Never mind. 2nd and 16 from the 37-yard line of Warren. After the busted play where Revia just took off running to the right and didn't get anything. Lost a bunch of yards. Now we hand off the sweep play to the left side. Trying to get the corner is his running back. Flag on the play. That might be coming back for a holding. Flag is in the vicinity of holding.
Number 5 with the carry. Brenner, a graduate from 2016.
Brenner Boykin,
flag on the play.
The back on that play with a great run to the left side, but yeah, the referee I see he's calling for holding there, so they're going to back this one up. So 2nd and long is about to become 2nd and longer. 10:02 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. It's Lumberton 6, Warren 0. So it will remain 2nd down. That is a spot foul, so it'll be 10 yards from where the holding took place. So they'll back it up now, mark it at the 48-yard line of Warren.
Early on the play against the Raiders, brings the ball back to the 48-yard line.
Second and very long. Probably 2nd and about 20-something here for Lumberton. They need to get to the 22-yard line for the 1st down, and they're at the 48. So 2nd and 26. I had to do the quick math there in my head. 2nd and 26 for Revia and the Lumberton offense as they come out. 2 receivers to each side. Revia's in the backfield, all by his lonesome. Looking deep now, throws it down the near sideline, and it can't quite come down with it. That is number 17, Remington Boykin, class of 2018, who couldn't quite come down with it. But I do see a flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to go against the defense here. Flag is down at the 33-yard line. They're going to get defensive holding here, which may result in an automatic 1st down, which that would be a very costly penalty for Warren, as they were going to have him here in a 3rd and 26 situation. So there will be holding on the defense and a 1st down. So a very costly penalty for Warren, as they were going to have them in a 3rd and 26 situation after the incompletion, but a defensive holding will give Lumberton an automatic 1st down. First and 10 from the 38-yard line of Warren. Revia will break the huddle. He will be in the pistol formation with Essman behind him. Trips receivers over to the right. Here's the snap. Play action. Rolls out to the right. Throws it kind of deep, and it's intercepted by Warren. Now the defender coming back to the near side. He's got a little bit of room, and he's taken down by the horse collar. That will be a flag. That's Chris DeArmond on the interception. And they'll tack on some extra yards after that horse collar tackle. Had he not brought him down by the horse collar, DeArmond had some room to run down the near sideline and may have brought that one down for 6. So that's Revia's 2nd interception of the evening. His first one came at the end of the 1st half in the end zone. So once again, Warren with a big-time defensive play. Let's see if they can turn the turnover into points as the officials are marking off the penalty here. They'll bring it all the way up to the 41-yard line. So Warren will start from their own 41-yard line, 1st and 10. As Vaglica comes back out at quarterback. He'll break the huddle. It looks like he's got trips receivers over to the left, one to the right. That's Keith Reed all the way out here wide to the right. Chris DeArmond all the way out wide to the right. Play action. Little bubble screen over to the receiver. Makes a move. Nice move there by number 11. Makes another man miss. He's out of bounds near the first down marker. That's Ty Edens, the class of 2014. Making a couple of men miss there.
Gets the ball down to the
Ty Edens looks like a guy you want to get him the ball in the open field and let him do the rest, and it worked well for him right there. It'll be a yard shy of the first down. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 45-yard line. Their first snap in Lumberton territory this second half here. Vaglica with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and 1 back to each of his sides. Throws it over the middle, and it's caught. DeArmond looks like he made the catch at the 30-yard line. Great job reaching out for that one. Great effort by DeArmond, the man who made the interception, to get Warren the ball back. Now he makes a big catch. Gets him down to the 30-yard line. They're going to go no huddle here now. Handoff, bobbles the handoff here. The running back, though, goes to the right, but cuts back up to the left, and he'll gain about 5 yards down to the 25-yard line. That's O'Shea Kinbrew, number 4 on the carry. And he looks like he's a load to bring down. Second and 5 at the 25-yard line for Warren. After the interception, now Warren is able to get the ball deep into Lumberton territory. Let's see if they can turn it into some points now. 7:55 remaining here in the third quarter. 1 receiver to each side. Shotgun. Oh, he's actually under center. He's got 3 backs behind him. He'll hand off to that third back. That is Kinbrew. Kinbrew meets a man at the line of scrimmage, gets off of him, and he'll have enough for the first down. Powers his way down to about the 19-yard line, so a fresh set of downs for Warren as they keep moving them sticks. At this point in the game, you got these older guys out here. Some of them may not be in as great a shape as others, and maybe at this point in the game you get these big runs like that and you start to wear down a defense, and maybe that's what Warren's trying to do here. Trips receivers to the right. Well, now they'll move one of his receivers now into the backfield. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Keith Reed's in the backfield with them, along with Chris Martin, as Martin will get the handoff off tackle to the left, and he'll pick up a few down to about the 21-yard line. Second down. 2nd and 8, or 3rd and 8, excuse me. And we have an injured Raider on the field. So we hope he's all right. Mr. George, the head man of this league, going out there to check up on one of his players. Also a good time for some of these other players to get some water in them, hydrate up a little bit, as everyone's taking a knee, as we don't know who the injured Raider is, but he's down around the 25-yard line. There is an ambulance on the track all the way to our left, so good news is, somebody needs medical attention. It's not far away. .647 remaining in the third quarter. It's Lumberton 6, Warren 0. The lone score of the ball game so far was a 5-yard run back in the first quarter by Mark Esway, class of 2007 for Lumberton. head man, Mr. George. And he's going to talk to a lady here down around midfield. Maybe she's a trainer or some medical personnel. Because unfortunately, the Lumberton player, he's still down. I don't know if he's cramping or... If he was cramping, they'd try to stretch him, so it doesn't look like they're trying to stretch him. Maybe he got the wind knocked out of him. I don't know. I didn't see exactly what happened. Rodney Conway, the oldest guy out here, checking on his fellow alumni down there. And now they're going to bring the stretcher out. So we got the ambulance service out here. They're rolling the stretcher down on the track. So they're going to take this fella off. Still don't know who the injured player is, but the ambulance medical personnel, they're rolling the stretcher out onto the field. So unfortunately, I'm afraid this Lumberton Raiders night may be over. Meanwhile, the rest of the Lumberton Raiders and the Warren Warriors, they're getting a little bit of a rest. I'm sure some of these guys are a little winded on a hot, humid night. Now the player's up now, and he's going to walk off mostly under his own power. Like the injured player was number 77, Austin Hibbard, one of the young guns out there, class of 2019. Doesn't look like he's really favoring. He's got his arm around one of his teammates and not really favoring any leg or side or anything. So, but I'm sure the medical staff, they'll take a look at him. But for the most part, it looks like should be okay. So we hope, obviously, for the health and safety of all these players out here. But it looks like he'll be okay. All right, well, back to the action now. As the clock, White has to trying to get the scoreboard operator to get the clock rolling. There we go. Meanwhile, Warren's going to try to tie this ball game up and possibly take the lead. Second down now at the 15-yard line. High formation, handoff up the middle. That's Chris Martin. He's met at the line of scrimmage, but he'll fall forward and get hit by another defender. Stops him in his tracks, but he'll pick up about 4 yards on that play. That makes it 3rd and 2. 3rd and a long 2. At the 12-yard line. So here we go, a crucial play here for Warren. I formation. Vaglica is under center, one receiver to each side. Handoff over to the right, and the running back will slip. Might pick up a yard. 4th and 1 now at the 11. That is Kinbrew, class of 2011, number 4. So here we go, big 4th down play for Warren. Vaglica will break the huddle. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. He's got Kinbrew. Now he's going to go under center. He's going to keep it himself. These short yardage situations, Warren been going with the QB sneak, and I think he's going to have enough for the first down. They're going to mark him around the 9-yard line. Looks like it'll be enough for the first down. So 1st and goal now at the 9-yard line for Warren. Vaglica will break the huddle, 1 receiver to each side. Now he'll have 2 receivers to the right. He's got 1 back to his left and 1 back behind him. Hand off to the back behind him. That's Kinbrew, and he's going to be met by the big man at the line of scrimmage. Number 72, Brad Morris, class of 2006. With the stop at the line of scrimmage, gain of nothing. 2nd and goal from the 9. And a timeout now called by Warren.
Timeout called by the Warren Warriors.
So that'll be their first timeout of the half. They'll have 2 remaining. I try to keep track of those in my head. Still all 3 timeouts remaining for Lumberton here in the second half, with 4:05 remaining here in the third quarter.
A little over 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Quick reminder, we do have a concession stand set up with pizza, snacks, candy, drinks, and all.
This is Gridiron Glory Alumni football. Vaglica. Okay, so Joe Vaglica. So apparently I have been getting it wrong. Joe Vaglica. I'm going to have to say it a couple of times I've been saying it the other way all game long, so now I got a Vaglica. All right. Back to the action here now after the timeout. A couple of players getting off the field here. So 1 more runs on the field. One of the receivers now for Warren as the white hat signals to play 2nd and goal from the 9 shotgun formation. 2 receivers right and left. New quarterback in. Jump ball to the end zone, and it's caught by Warren. Touchdown. That's DeArmond, number 80. The quarterback in on that play was Kyle Tant, class of 2012, coming in and making the touchdown throw, and we are tied at 6 with 3:56 remaining here in the third quarter as Warren finally gets on the scoreboard. Well, DeArmond had the interception to get the ball back this drive. Now he has a touchdown, so 2 big plays for DeArmond here in this third quarter to change the momentum of the game here a little bit, as now they're going to go for 2 and for the lead. Vaglica, the quarterback, he's back in the game. 1 receiver to each side. Vaglica under center, hands off to his big man, and he's going to be stood up a couple of yards before the goal line. So now it's going to remain a tie ball game at 6 apiece with 3:56 to go here in the third quarter. So we have ourselves a ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
Just under 4 minutes left in the third period.
So now Lumberton will get their chance to answer. I wonder if there's some overtime if they're tied at the end of regulation. Here in the Gridiron Glory Alumni Football League. But we'll see what happens. Right now we're tied at 6. And we may not be tied at the end of regulation. But that's why we're here. We're going to find out who's going to win this one. As now Lumberton set to receive the kick. The two guys back there, one of them is number 11, Chase Griffin, class of 2014. The other one, can't quite see his number. Set to kick off. Number 84, Zane Connor, class of 2016. He kicks it off. That's a pretty decent kick there. He'll be taken about the 16-yard line and tripped up just beyond the 30-yard line. That's number 23, Caleb Richardson, class of 2008 for Lumberton on the return there. So Lumberton takes over now, 1st and 10. From the 33-yard line. Medical staff still checking on number 77 down there, Austin Hibbard, class of 2019. Seems like he's okay, though. They haven't put him on the stretcher or taken him to the ambulance or anything. They're just doing, I guess, some routine stuff to make sure he's okay. Still not quite sure what his injury was, but he did walk off mostly on his own power, so that's good to see. 1st and 10, 30, from the 33-yard line of Lumberton. As Revia comes back out at quarterback, he's got one receiver out wide to the right, one back to each side, and one back 2 yards behind him. He takes the snap, hands off to his back behind him now, going off to the right, and he runs into a couple of defenders. He might have gained a yard. It's like he ran into a brick wall because he fell right down when he ran into those defenders. They'll give him 1 yard up to the 34-yard line. 2nd and 9 for Lumberton. Same shotgun formation. One receiver out wide to the left for Revia. He'll hand off to his back up the middle, and he'll go forward for a gain of about 3 up to the 43-yard line. Or the 42-yard line, excuse me. So it's 3rd down and 6. Revia breaks his huddle. Looks like it'll be the same formation, that same shotgun formation that they like to run with a back to each side of the quarterback and one back 2 yards behind him. He's got a receiver out wide to the right. Play action as he rolls out to the right. Looks for his receiver deep, and it's intercepted by Warren. And it looks like number 5, Kyle Tant, who made the touchdown throw last drive. So Kyle Tant now, a couple of guys making some big plays for Warren here in the second half. Kyle Tant, class of 2012, and then, of course, Chris DeArmond had the last interception and the touchdown catch. So a couple of guys making some big plays here in the second half for Warren. And it seems like now all the momentum, for the time being, has shifted over to the side of the Warren Raiders. It just seemed like Warren couldn't get anything going. And I guess that interception at the end of the first half gave him a little bit of a spark. So Warren now looking to take their first lead of the ball game if they can drive this one down the field. They're going to start from their own 41-yard line, 1st and 10, as Valika, class of 1993. He comes out in the shotgun, trips receivers to the right, one sole receiver out to the left. Now he's going to send one man in motion. Now he's got play action. Looking around now, throws it over the middle, and that's almost intercepted by Brenner Boykin, class of 2016 for Lumberton. Couldn't quite bring it down, so it'll be incomplete. 2nd down now and 10.
Ball still on the 41-yard line.
Not sure why Valika wasn't on that play. They scored the touchdown. Kyle Tant was the one who threw the touchdown. But other than that, Valika has been the quarterback pretty much the whole way. As he comes out under center, he's got one receiver to each side. He's got 3 backs behind him. They're kind of staggered. Toss play to the right now. Chris Martin try and draw it out. Now he cuts it back up. He's got a little room to run. Made a nice move there, making a couple of guys miss, and he'll pick up about 6 yards up to the 46-yard line.
2008.
Tried to draw it out as wide as he could. Great job by the defense to, get him to cut back in. But he was able to pick up a handful of yards there. 3rd and 4 now from the 46-yard line of Warren. 2 receivers to each side. Valika's in the shotgun. He's back to pass. Quick throw now. Incomplete. That one came in hot. I don't think Keith Reed, the intended receiver there, was able to really come down. Wasn't able to come down with it. Might have caught him by surprise because Valika got rid of that ball very, very quickly. So it's 4th down now. And 4 from the 47-yard line of Warren. And they will go for it. All right, Valika breaks his huddle now. He's got 2 receivers out to the left. Now one's going to come back in tight. So 1 receiver out wide to each side. He's got a back to standing on each side of him in the backfield. Here's the snap. Hand off to Kenbrew, and Kenbrew might lose a yard on that play. Matter of fact, he will. They'll mark him at the 46-yard line, but it will be a turnover on down, so Lumberton will take over at the Warren 46-yard line. Kind of an unusual play call there for 4th and 5, if you ask me. A little bit of a sweep play. Maybe they saw something I didn't. But nonetheless, it did not get past that Lumberton defensive front. They were able to get enough penetration to actually get him for a loss. So now Lumberton, they will start this drive in Warren territory. Let's see if they can make something happen here. As Revia came out, now he's going to go back try and get the play here. Well, Revia's not even going to be on this play here. This is going to be an interesting formation, I have a feeling. Let's see, who's the quarterback in this situation? Number 17 now. Remington Boykin, class of 2018, will be at quarterback. He's back there by himself with 2 receivers to each side. So quarterback change here for the time being. He's back to pass, looking around, trying to evade the pressure, and he's going to go down for a sack around midfield. He will lose 4 yards on the play, taken down. I believe that is number 12. Josh Greenbaum, class of 2009, with the sack for Warren. And Revia still on the sidelines. So we got Boykin in now at quarterback. As we reach the end of the 3rd quarter, we're tied at 6. Getting ready to start the 4th quarter, so they'll just move the ball a handful of yards here over to the other side. Well, interesting, I don't know if this is a coach's decision. Revia's on the sidelines. He's been the quarterback pretty much throughout the night for Lumberton. In the last couple of plays, Remington Boykin, class of 2018, has taken over at quarterback. Looks like he has a little more speed than Revia. Of course, Revia has been able to get it done with his feet at certain points here tonight. Maybe Revia's needs a break and they want to save him for crunch time. There's 10 minutes on the clock here. We've been playing 15-minute quarters. I don't know if it's maybe just a 4th quarter thing that they do 10 minutes. Oh, it's 50. Okay, 15 minutes back on the clock now. All right, 2nd down now. 14 from midfield. Shotgun formation, toss to the left. That's Essman. Cuts it up now around the numbers. And he picks up a good chunk of yardage there. There is a flag on the play, though. It's in the vicinity of holding. So this may be brought back. It's around the 49-yard line of Warren on the far side. What a great run by Essman. But unfortunately, it might get negated here by the holding. See what the ref calls here. Yeah, it looks like they're going to back it up. And they sure will. Looks like the spot of the foul happened around the 47-yard line. It'll be holding on the offense. Ball will be spotted back now at the 43-yard line. So after a really good run by Essman, it's unfortunate that someone held a defender there and negated that run. We're at the point in the game now. It's the fourth quarter. We're tied at 6, and every play is going to be crucial now. There hasn't been much scoring tonight, so you'll take any points you can get at this point. But penalties like that will certainly hurt your chances at getting points. Shotgun formation, one receiver out wide to the right here on second down. Toss play to the right, and the quarterback's going to try and lead block here. Great lead block. Another flag is down as Essman will get knocked out of bounds inside of, well, here we go. Well, we have a little scrum here. Late flags out. So things get a little chippy here in the fourth quarter. A highly contested, highly competitive game here as we're tied at 6. There was a flag during the play, and then now we got flags after the play. So a little bit for the referees to sort out here on this play. Good job by the referees and coaches to step in there and make sure things didn't escalate. Referee still standing around there, figuring out what's going on. I mean, we got flags all over the place. We got flags. I see a flag on the far side at the 43, at the 45, at the 47, on the sideline here, on the 46 of Warren. I see at least 4 flags out on the field right now as we await the official call from the white hat. This could be interesting to see how they play this, because I have a feeling there will be personal fouls after the play. They might be offsetting there. Let's see what the call is. Personal foul on the defense. A dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct on the offense. Well, I don't know if it's offsetting or not. I would, guess it's offsetting. I'm not sure because one's a live ball foul and the other one was a dead ball foul. But nonetheless, it looks like it results in a first down for Lumberton. So what would have been a second and long situation had there been no penalties. No, not necessarily a second and long situation, but was a second and long situation on that play. Now it turns into a first down after all the penalties for Lumberton. Trips receivers to the right. No receivers out to the left. Pistol formation. Boykin at quarterback. Play action. He'll roll out to the right. Looking to try and find a man. He's going to take off running here, keep it himself. Lowers his shoulder and will go out of bounds. Enough of the first down. Well, I'll tell you what, Boykin's not afraid to take off running and lower his shoulder. It looks like he's got a little more speed than Revia did.
17 keeps the ball.
Revia's got his helmet on the sideline. I don't think he's hurt or anything. I don't know. I guess it was a coach's decision to take Revia out of the ball game. Maybe Boykin will provide a little bit of a spark here for this offense, because it looks like he's a little ball of energy running out there. He's got some speed and quickness to him. So he'll break his huddle. The down marker says second, but it should be first down. There we go. He's going to switch it here. Trips receivers to the left, no receivers to the right, as Boykin is in the pistol formation. Play action now. He'll roll out to the left side. He'll throw over the middle across his body, underthrows his receiver. He had a man open, but he tried to throw across his body and was not able to get the ball quite to his receiver, but it's only second down from the 45-yard line. All right, Boykin breaks his huddle. He'll have a receiver out wide right. He's got a back to each side and behind him, about 5 yards behind him. Toss play to the left. It's number 24, and he'll probably lose a yard on that play.
Tosses to number 24.
That's Jason Williamson, class of 2007, with the loss of 1. He was lined up pretty far behind his quarterback there. Normally them running backs, they only lined up about 2 or 3 yards behind the quarterback, but he was 5 yards deep behind his quarterback there, Williamson was, on that play. Essman comes back into the ball game for Lumberton. He has the lone touchdown of the night for Lumberton. Boykin sends a receiver out wide to the right. Same shotgun formation with a back to each side. Looks like Revia is going to be one of the backs here now. Handoff sweep play to the right side. The back, nice speed there. He'll gain a handful. There's another flag there on the tail end of that play. That was Brenner Boykin. I don't know if he's brothers with the quarterback. But for the heck of it, we'll say they're brothers. So Boykin hands off to Boykin, but there is a flag in the vicinity of holding again. So it might negate another. Oh, no, they're going to wave it off. So that run will stand as a 5-yard gain down to the 40-yard line. And Brenner Boykin now, he's on the sideline. He's limping a little bit, so he came up gimpy on that play. So he's going to sit at least this one out. 4th and 5 for Lumberton. Timeout is called now by Lumberton with 11:05 remaining in the ball game. We are tied at 6, 11:04 left in the ball game. First score of the game was back in the first quarter. The 5-yard run from Mark Esway. And then in the third quarter, Warren was able to get on the scoreboard with a touchdown pass from Kyle Tant to Chris DeArmond. And that's where we sit now at 6 apiece. There's been no field goals or extra points in this game. Both touchdowns, there were 2-point conversions attempted, but both failed by each team. As we wait for Lumberton to come out of their timeout, the Warren defense now pretty much ready on the field. The referees aren't quite ready yet, though. They're conversing about something. And now they'll spread out, get back to their positions. Trips receivers sort of bunched up to the right here. As Boykin comes out in a pistol formation, he's got Essman 2 yards behind him. Play action to Essman now, rolls out to the right. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a man down there, incomplete, just out of bounds. The catch was made but he was just out of bounds.
But it's incomplete.
Very close to getting maybe a foot in there. I would think you only need 1 foot in this game to have a completion in bounds. So now that'll be a turnover. And Warren will take over now at their own 40-yard line. See if Valika here is back out at quarterback. We may have a new quarterback in, Kyle Tant. I see number 5 in there. He might be making the calls here. Yeah, I think we have a new quarterback as I see Valika now on the sideline on the far side. So, yes, we have a new quarterback in. It's Kyle Tant, class of 2012. He did throw the touchdown pass to Chris D. Armand back in the third quarter that tied this ball game up. 1 receiver to each side. Play action. Tant keeps it on the option play, running to the right, and he'll be taken down. He keeps it all the way up to the 44-yard line. Second down. And a long 5. Almost 6. Well, both teams here, and I don't know if this was in the plan from the get-go or not, but both teams now have their second quarterbacks running their offense. 1 receiver to each side on second down. Tant directing traffic. Now he's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's under center now. A little fake reverse there. Chris Martin will keep it. He'll try to cut back to the near side up the middle of the field. And he'll actually pick up a yard there. Looked like nothing was going to happen there, but Chris Martin was able to pick up a yard up to the 46-yard line. Brings up a third down situation. 3rd and 4 for Warren. I don't know if they tried to run a reverse there. If they tried to run a reverse, they didn't really execute it the best, but Chris Martin was able to make something out of nothing and gain a yard. 3rd and 4 for the 46-yard line. Kyle Tant under center. 2 receivers left, 1 right. He's got 1 back behind him. Toss play to the left. That's Chris Martin, and he'll slip. But he'll pick up another yard.
Hands off to Chris Martin, number
and
21.
It is 4th down. 9 minutes to go here in the ball game. Get to a point where every play is going to be crucial here for both teams. All right, Kyle Tant breaks his huddle. He's still giving directions to some of his players. He's got 2 receivers over to the right. He's got 1 receiver, D. Armand, out here to the left. Pistol formation. Here's the snap. Handoff to the back. Cuts it back up. Gets close to the first down. They'll mark him just shy of midfield. And I don't think that's going to be enough. That's going to be a turnover. That was Kinbrew on the carry. And he was able to get close to the first down, but not quite enough. So Lumberton now will take over.
Not enough of the first down.
I see Revia is in the, it's like the offensive huddle here. Maybe he'll come back out at quarterback. Boykin took over last series. Well, no, Boykin's back out there. Revia's going to go back on the sideline. Well, the way this game's been going, I have a feeling whoever scores next may win this ball game. Touchdowns have been hard to come by here tonight. Only one for Warren and one for Lumberton. Esmond scored the one for Lumberton, and DeArmond on the receiving end of a touchdown pass for Warren. As Boykin now play action keeps it, running around. He'll pick up 4 yards down to the 45-yard line.
Boykin, number 17. Keeps the ball.
Second and 6 at the 45-yard line after the keeper from Boykin. Clock is ticking away, so time is of the essence here for both teams. If they want to try and get on the scoreboard and take the lead, trips receivers out to the left for Boykin. He's got Esmond in the backfield to his left. Boykin's back to pass, looking around, and he can't escape the pressure. He goes down, loses the ball, but he was down back at the 45-yard line, so a loss of 10 on the play for Boykin. And now it looks like, I guess that is his brother. That's Brenner Boykin out there, trying to defend his quarterback and his brother after the sack play. Brenner Boykin wasn't even in on the play there, and he went out onto the field and kind of got into the face of some of these Warren defenders here. But Brenner Boykin now will come into the game. He's lucky there wasn't a flag thrown there. Third and 16 from the 45-yard line as Revia comes back into the game. He's quarterbacked most of this game up until the last couple of series.
Ball on the 45-yard line now, third down.
So let's see what the coach for Lumberton draws up here. And Revia will be in there at the shotgun with one back to each of his sides. One receiver out wide to the left. He's got Esmond 3 yards behind him. Toss play to Esmond. Esmond's got a little room to run on the left side here. He gets past the original line of scrimmage down into Warren territory, down to the 47-yard line, where it'll now be 4th down and 8, or 4th down and 7. 4th and 8 from the 47-yard line. The down marker doesn't have it quite lined up. There you go.
7-yard line.
Big time 4th down play here as we approach 5 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Shotgun formation with one back to each side and a back 2 yards behind him. That's Esmond, and a receiver out wide to the left. Takes the snap, play action. He'll keep it. Now he'll throw it. Overthrows his receiver. And it'll be a turnover now. Warren will take over on downs at the 47-yard line of Warren. So 4:44 left in the ball game. We're tied at 6. So Warren now with a chance with 4:44 remaining. I think Kyle Tant is back out there at quarterback. They're in a huddle right now trying to confirm it. Actually, Valika's back in at quarterback now. The guy who's gone most of the way at quarterback here for Warren tonight. 2 receivers, trips receivers. Well, hell, we got quad receivers out to the right now. First time we see this tonight. Little wide receiver screen here. Hands it off to Keith Reed, or tosses it to Keith Reed. He breaks a tackle. He gets the first down out of bounds.
Pass completed to number 7, Keith Reed.
So that's enough to move the sticks for Keith Reed. Had quad receivers out there. So the other 3 receivers did the lead blocking for Keith Reed, and it was enough to get the first down to the 43-yard line. Valika comes out in the shotgun out there by himself. Got looks like quad receivers out there to the right again. Looked over to the right. It's caught by DeArmond. DeArmond's got room to run now. Makes one man miss. He's down to the 10, 5. He's going to score. Touchdown, Warren. Chris DeArmond got 1-on-1, ran a curl route, made the first man miss, and he outran the rest of the defenders to the end zone for the touchdown. His second touchdown catch of the night. First touchdown thrown by Valika here tonight. How about that throw, catch, and run there from Valika to DeArmond, and DeArmond did the rest after the catch. And now the 2-point conversion for Warren to try to make it an 8-point ball game. Valika now breaks the huddle. He's in the shotgun. He's got one back to each side and also one receiver to each side. He'll go. Well, no, he looked like he was going to go under center, but he'll stay in the shotgun. He'll move Kinbrew behind him. I'm sorry, that's Chapman. He's going to roll out to the right here, looking for a man. It's caught. No, it's incomplete. Had it for a second, couldn't hang on to it. So the 2-point conversion is no good. It remains a 6-point ball game. Warren leads it 12-6. 12 unanswered for Warren. Here in the second half, actually they've outscored Lumberton 12-0 here in the second half after 2 touchdown receptions by Chris DeArmond, number 80. I think there's a flag on the play here. There's a flag. Let's see who it's on. Pass interference on the defense. So it looks like Warren's going to get a second shot here at this 2-point conversion to try to make it an 8-point ball game, which would make it that much harder for Lumberton to go down and score. There's 4:28 left in the ball game, and Lumberton hasn't scored since the first quarter. They haven't been able to get nothing going offensively. I think Kyle Tanton is in at quarterback now for this 2-point conversion for Warren. Pistol formation, 1 receiver to each side. He's going to roll out to the right. He's being pressured. He'll throw it up to the end zone. It's picked off in the end zone. So it'll be a touchback. So the 2-point conversion is no good. It remains a 6-point ball game. No flags on this play, so the play will stand as an incomplete pass. So now Lumberton's going to take over here. They scored in the first quarter, and they led until the third quarter, late third quarter, when Warren tied it back up. But right now, Lumberton finds themselves in a 6-point hole. They find themselves down for the first time here tonight. And let's see who comes out here at quarterback. Kobe Revilla has gone most of the way, class of 2016 for Lumberton, but last few series we've seen Remington Boykin, class of 2018, take over the quarterback position for Lumberton. Back to receive the kickoff for Lumberton. Let's see if I can get these numbers here. Very hard to see these numbers, at least way over there. I think one is number 11. That's Chase Griffin, class of 2014. And the other one might be number 23, Caleb Richardson. He's been taking kickoffs all night for Lumberton. Set to kick off is number 84, Zane Connor, class of 2016. He kicks it off, and that's a pretty good one there. That's going to bounce at the 1 yard line and go into the back of the end zone for a touchback. That's the best kickoff I think we've seen all night here from either team. Well, it's 4:28. That's a lot of time in football, but, we'll see how Lumberton uses the last 4 minutes and 28 seconds of the ball game to try and tie this ball game back up. Lumberton struck first 6-0 in the first quarter, a 5-yard run by Mark Essman. And since then, it's been all Warren. Kyle Tant passed to Chris D. Armand in the third quarter, and then just last drive, big pass from Valika to D. Armand, and a great catch and run from D. Armand to get into the end zone to give Warren a 12-6 lead. Revilla's back in at quarterback. Toss play to Essman coming to the near side. There's a flag on the play. It'll come back, and there's another flag at the tail end of the play.
Handoffs to Mark Estway, number 22, registered 2007.
So once again, Estway's had a couple of nice runs tonight that have been negated by holding penalties. And you keep getting those holding penalties, they'll add up and possibly cost you a ball game. So there's 2 holding penalties. I think they're going to decline the first one, and they're going to accept the second one because the second one happened further back, and it's a spot foul. So you obviously want to accept the one that happened further back to put them in a much longer yardage situation. 1st and 20 from their own 15-yard line for Lumberton with 4:24 remaining in the ball game. What a finish this could be if Lumberton can go down, tie this ball game up, maybe get a 2-point conversion, make things, give us an exciting finish here at Lumberton High School here this evening. Most of the crowd still hanging around. Shotgun formation. Revia's back in at quarterback. Fake the toss to the right or to the left. He'll come back, throw it to his receiver. It's caught by Stuart Roberts, class of 2008.
Pass complete to number 6.
Get back to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Clock's running at 3:45 right now. Not wanting to hurry just yet, but it won't be long before Lumberton's going to have to speed things up a little bit. Right now they're not looking like they're in too much of a hurry. Shotgun formation for Revy. He's got a receiver out wide to the left. Toss play to the left. That's Espen now trying to cut it back up over the middle of the field. Trying to get away from the defender, but the defender brings him down up at the 30-yard line. Gain of 5. 3rd and 5 now for Lumberton.
Down and 5 yards.
Well, you're definitely in 4-down, territory now, no matter what, if you're Lumberton, with 3 minutes remaining here in the game. That clock's ticking, and it doesn't look like Lumberton is in too much of a hurry, but maybe they'll wait till it gets down to about 2 minutes and maybe start running a 2-minute offense. Trips receivers to the left. Revia's in the shotgun. He's got Espen back there with him to his right. Quick pass, wide receiver screen. It's caught as he dove forward for the catch and went down up around the 40. I think they'll give him the 32-yard line. So 4th down and 3 now. If Lumberton doesn't convert this, That may be all she wrote. As we get close to 2 minutes left in the ball game. Waiting on Revia to break the huddle here, and he will finally break it. 4th and 3 from the 32-yard line. If they don't convert this, it may be the ball game. Revia's in the shotgun, one receiver out wide to the right, 2 backs, 1 to each side of him. Now he's directing traffic, and they're going to have to call timeout. I think there was some confusion with the play offensively. Revia was trying to direct traffic in the backfield. So they'll have to burn a timeout here. That's not very good, because if you give the ball back to Warren right here, you want all the timeouts you can to maybe hopefully get the ball back and get one more shot. So that's a big blow to Lumberton there to have to burn that timeout in that situation on 4th down. But in a 4th down situation where you're down by 6, I guess it's better to make sure you have the right play called. And right now, if you're the coach for Lumberton, you want to call your highest percentage play right now to at least convert. And then you really want to start to hurry things up here, as they're still at their own 32-yard line. Still got a ways to go before they get into the end zone. So here we go. 4th down, shotgun formation. One receiver out to the right. Handoff up the middle to Essman, and Essman tries to get away from the tackle. He's going to be a yard shy of the 1st down marker. And that could do it here. 1:34 left. Warren's going to take over on downs. And I believe that Lumberton only has 1 timeout left. So Warren, all they may have to do is run the clock out here. So after being down 6-0 for most of the first half into the 3rd quarter, 12 unanswered points here in the 2nd half. And now with the football, with 1:34 remaining, Warren is in the driver's seat to get a victory here. We'll see if they decide just to take a knee, because you never know. There's been a few fumbles here tonight, so I've seen crazier things happen. So we'll see what they call here. Of course, Lumberton does have 1 timeout. I don't know if that will make a difference with 1:34 remaining. And Valica will take a knee. Lumberton will use their final timeout. So 1:32 left on the clock. So I think Warren will have to take at least 2 more knees. And they'll get out of here with victory. But you got to have a clean snap and a clean knee. Like I said, I've seen crazier things happen. I've seen people bobble that snap, so. Valica's out there at quarterback to take the knee. He's gone most of the way. We've seen Kyle Tate throw a touchdown pass, the first touchdown pass of the game for Warren, as Valica will take a knee now on 2nd down. And the clock will go ahead and run. Lumberton can't do anything to stop the clock now. At least I don't think they can. I'm pretty sure they've used all 3 of their timeouts. .70 seconds remaining as the clock is ticking. Warren is by no means in any hurry right now to snap this football. They'll come up to the line now on 3rd down at the Lumberton 35-yard line. There's a flag on the play now. That'll stop the clock at 42.8. Be a delay of game. on Warren. It's the first delay of game we've had all night. They haven't had a play clock, so. But I think they'll start the clock back up here. Well, the clock's not running, so that's it benefits Lumberton. But Tressman now will delay taking a knee. And he gets tackled. And the clock will run, 35 seconds left. So we'll see if they make them snap it one more time. It is 4th down. And some of the players taking their helmets off here. It might be the end of it. I think some of the players now they're going to converge, and that's it. The clock has hit 0. Warren has defeated Lumberton 12-6 here. Quick scoring recap. First quarter, 5-yard run from Mark Essman made it 6-0 Lumberton, and then in the third quarter, Kyle Tant with a pass to Chris D. Armand made it 6-6, and then a Valika pass in the early fourth quarter to Chris D. Armand made it 12-6, and that is your final score. All right, they're going to do some post-game, and they're going to do a little post-game ceremony here. Things were getting chippy for a little while in this game, but seems like everybody's I believe we're going to have ourselves a player of the game announced here. As both teams converges at midfield, Mr. George, the head man of the league here, go ahead and talk to everybody. If I had a guess as to who the player of the game is, I would give it personally to Chris D. Armand. He's had 2 touchdown catches, the only 2 scores for Warren tonight.
Our MVP for tonight, number 80, Chris Darman.
There you go. Chris Darman is the MVP of tonight's game. And I believe we're going to get him up here for a quick interview. And they're going to go in for a prayer here at midfield. So
if we can get Chris to come up to the press box for an interview.
Yeah, so we're going to get Chris Darman up here, the MVP of the game, 2 touchdown catches. And we'll also get a chance to find out what year Chris Darman graduated from Warren, because they didn't have that listed on here. We actually didn't know Chris Darman was number 80 until halftime. All right, folks, well, we apologize. We can't seem to get Chris Darman up here, but he is the MVP of this game tonight. 2 touchdown catches. I guess he's over there talking with family and friends, so he's a little preoccupied at the moment, so we're sorry we couldn't get an interview with him. Big thanks to Mr. George for allowing us to come out here and broadcast this game for the Gridiron Glory Alumni Football League. Big thanks to the crew here, Nathan and Randall, for running the scoreboard for us as well. I'm Patrick Fry for SHN Sports. Good night, everyone.